What's up, guys? Joe Jellison here, Chatt Cats Fishing. Welcome to today's episode. I am here to share with you guys a couple of tips on how to catch catfish during this time of the year. It is summer, it is hot, and the water temp is like a jacuzzi, and I know what it can be like to struggle out there on the water when catching catfish. And they can be slow to the bite, very lethargic, and I'm going to show you some ways, guys, that you can catch these whisker fish. So let's get to it. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get set up. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a rig that has proven to be very successful for me out on the river, and that is the Carolina rig. I have 20-pound main test on this reel. Now there's other variations with this rig or with this setup here. A lot of people will just get a regular barrel swivel without this third eye here. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and tie this onto the main line. We're going to keep it pretty basic and do an improved clinch knot. Cinch it down. And we're going to go ahead and use these circle hooks. This is by Team Catfish. These are by far my favorite type of circle hooks to use when catching big catfish. This is a 4/0 circle hook. It's offset, which is just what you want when targeting these bigger fish. I've never had an issue with them. They're strong. They seem to hold up very well, and it's pretty much almost a guarantee to get right in the corner of the mouth. So if you're practicing catch and release, circle hooks is what you want to use. I'm also going to use a 20-pound leader. Usually make my leader 15 to 20 inches, and then what I do is I tie this leader on the other end of this 3-way swivel. Cinch it down. And then make sure you cut off your excess line here so it's not in the way. And then tie your hook to the leader line, just like that. Cut off the excess line, and then you're set. Now, because we're fishing in a pond where we have virtually no current, zero wind, I'm going to use a 3-ounce sinker. Just going to use a regular bank sinker. This is a 3-ounce. You could definitely get away with a 1/2 ounce, 1 ounce. Either of those will work. And this is what your rig looks like. So the 3-way swivel here, one's going to your main line, and the other has this dual lock snap, and that's where you will put your weight, your sinker. And it's good because you can easily adjust the weight by taking off the sinker and adding a heavier one or a lighter one, whichever you want. And then you have your leader line down to the hook here. Now the bait we're going to be using today is cut skipjack. If you're targeting monster fish, this is what I use. Shad will work, bluegill, but we're going to go ahead and use the skipjack. And I'll show you how I cut it up, especially when fishing from the bank or anchor fishing from my boat. We're going to use a chunk like this, and how I bait it or hook it, usually go from the top underneath the backbone straight out. Make sure you remove your scales, because these scales kind of protect. I mean, they're not, I mean, I'm pushing this scale down on the hook and it's not even hurting me, so it kind of serves as a protector. So you want to make sure you remove those scales so you don't miss a hookup with the fish. and then I'm going to cast it out. Always make sure your drag is set tight, but not too tight, and definitely not too loose. And we're going to cast this out. Right there. And when fishing from the bank, always reel in the slack in your line and keep the line tight and keep it in the rod holder. And we just wait for the bite. And sometimes you guys will just have to wait for the rod to go down. That's why it's important to have rod holders that you can put in the ground, so when the rod does bend over, you don't lose your rod in the water. I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you're interested in the products, go get yourself a mystery tackle box. There's a great collection of catfish hooks in there, different baits, different tackle for you guys to catch your next big one. As always, give a thumbs up for this video, and we'll see you guys later.